Primary 4. Today, inshallah, we are going to take a story, Robin Hood and his Merry Men. Robin Hood and his Merry Men. Chapter 9, Robin the Butcher, pages from 36 to 39. Robin the Butcher, pages from 36 to 39. Robin the Butcher. In the next day, Robin was sitting on a log in the forest. He couldn't forget the archery competition. He had seen Prince John pretending to be king. But where was the real king? Where was the King Richard? Was he still at the war after all this time? When was he coming back? Robin had to find out. Suddenly he heard the sound of a horse. He jumped up from the log. "Stop! Who goes there?" he cried. A horse and cart came to stop on the path in front of him. "You must be Robin Hood," cried the terrified man on the cart. "Everyone in Sherwood Forest is afraid of you. Please let me go. I am just a poor butcher. I go from town to sell my meat. Look in my cart and you will see that what I see is true. What I say is true." Robin looked in the cart. "Meat? I will not hurt you," he said to the man, "and I will not take your money. But please do one thing for me." "Anything?" "Will you lend me your horse and cart and your meat and your red cloak? I want to be a butcher." The man looked surprised, but he said, "I will lend you my cart, but when can I have it back?" "In 2 days' time," said Robin, "and I will give you any money I earn. Now please stay here until I come back. My wife, Marianne, will look after you." Robin drove the cart into the Nottingham and stopped in the crowded town square. "Best meat," he cried. "Come and buy my best meat, ladies." Then he saw the lady he was looking for, the sheriff's wife. He smiled as he showed her a big piece of beef. "I sell the best beef you can buy," he told her. The sheriff's wife took out some money. "I will buy it," she said, "and I will cook it for dinner tonight. Will you come and eat with us? I want my husband to meet the new butcher." That night Robin sat at the sheriff's table. He ate the beef and listened to the lords and the ladies. "And they say that the war is almost over, so King Richard will soon be back," said one of the lords. "Oh no, I don't think so," said the sheriff. "Prince John says that King Richard is dead. His brother, Prince John, will be our new king." "Not everyone thinks King Richard is dead," said one lady. "You are a fool. Prince John is our king now," cried the sheriff. He turned to Robin. "Now tell me, butcher, where does the beef come from? It's the best we have had in this house." "My cows live in Sherwood Forest," said Robin. "If you like, you can meet me there in the morning and I will show them to you. But you must come alone. Cows are afraid of crowds of people." The next day, Robin waited in the trees for the sheriff. He was still wearing the butcher's red cloak. When the sheriff came, Robin said, "Good morning, Sheriff. I will blow my horn and the cows will come to me." Robin threw off his red cloak and blew his horn, but it was merry men, not cows, who came to him. Robin and his men took the sheriff's money and sent him back to Nottingham. So, Robin Hood at last could catch the sheriff. Now answer the following. Who was at the cart? The butcher. What was inside the cart? Meat. What did Robin ask the man to do? To borrow him his meat, cart, and clock. Who came to buy meat from Robin? Sheriff's wife. What did they take from the sheriff? They took his money and sent him home. This is the end of this video. See you inshallah in another video. Hi, grade 4. Today inshallah we are going to take a story, Robin Hood and his merry men. Robin Hood and his merry men. Chapter 10, The Killing of Will Scarlet, pages from 40 to 43. Chapter 10, The Killing of Will Scarlet, pages from 40 to 43. The Killing of Will Scarlet. In the morning, Robin told Little John, I had a bad dream last night. I dreamed that a man in the forest caught me and made me a prisoner. You worry too much, Robin. Little John replied, Maybe, but I know the sheriff and Sir Guy want to stop until they have killed us all. And then Sir Guy wants to marry my wife, Robin said. But there are more merry men every day. Even the butcher is one of us now. Little John replied, Yes, but come on, we will go and see if any of the sheriff's men are hiding in the forest. You check the river bank and I will look in the trees. Little John walked along the river bank. He stopped when he saw two men. They lay quite still in the grass by the river with arrows in their backs. They were dead. Two of our best merry men, said John sadly to himself. Suddenly Will Scarlet ran out of the trees, followed by the sheriffs of Nottingham and three of his men. Well, cried Little John, and jumped to his feet, but it was too late. The sheriff raised his sword and plunged it into Will's back. Will Scarlet was dead, too, with a terrifying cry. Little John pulled out his sword, but the sheriff and his men were too strong for him. They took his sword and tied his hands and feet behind his back. Behind knew nothing of this. As he walked through the forest, a man stood under a tall tree on a carpet of red and gold leaves. Robin didn't see him at first, because he was dressed in a long hooded cloak. The man smiled and said, Maybe you can help me. I am looking for a friend of mine. Robin Hood, do you know him? Robin stood fast. I won't tell him that I am Robin Hood, he thought. It may be a trap. Yes, I know Robin Hood, he said. I will take you to him. When they were right in the middle of the forest, the man threw off his cloak. He was Sir Guy of Gisborne. I have found Robin Hood, he cried, and you will die, my friend. No one can help you now. You are no friend of mine. You are my enemy, gasped Robin as he pulled out his sword. The fight was fierce, but it was soon over. Robin plugged his sword into his enemy's heart. Sir Guy of Gisborne was dead. Robin put on Sir Guy's cloak and picked up Sir Guy's horn. He blew it. Back on the river bank, the sheriff said, I can hear Sir Guy's horn. I will blow mine to tell him where we are. And Sir Robin, in his enemy's cloak, found his way to the place where the sheriff sat on his horse with his men, and where Little John lay. Sir Guy, cried the sheriff, I have a prisoner for you. I will kill him with one blow, said Robin, running up to Little John. but instead killing his friend, he untied him. I am not Guy Gisborne, Sheriff, he laughed. I am your old enemy, Robin Hood. Come on, Little John, let's go. Now, in your booklet 104, page 104, answer the following. What was Robin's dream? A man caught him and made him prisoner. What was Robin's dream? A man caught him and made him prisoner. What did John Little find by the river bank? Two of the best merry men laid by the river bank. What did Little John find by the river bank? Two of the best merry men laid by the river bank. Who killed Will Scarlet? The sheriff. Who killed Will Scarlet? The sheriff. Who killed Sir Guy of Gisborne? Robin Hood. Who killed Sir Guy of Gisborne? Robin Hood. Robin put on Sir Guy's cloak and blew his horn. Robin untied John's hands and feet. Robin saved John Little. And this is the end of this video. See you inshallah in another video.